Hello everybody, my name is Corey Windler, and I currently teach 7th and 8th grade math at Mays Middle School in Mays, Kansas. I've been there for about 2 weeks, so a lot of what I talk about on here is just some things that I currently know about the district and things I've looked up on my own, and some of the stuff that I talked about in my previous district. As you can see, I'm married. I've got 2 boys that keep me busy a lot of the time. We enjoy going outdoors and fishing and hunting, things like that. I love hunting. It's a big part of my life. It's a big stress relief for me. It's kind of my way of getting away from everything and hanging out and just doing my thing. I also farm with my mother-in-law and father-in-law. I farm 400 acres of my own, and they farm about 2,000. So I spend a lot of time doing that, and also running about 500 head of mama cows for them and helping them out. So that keeps me busy in the summer and other times throughout the year. I'm also a huge Royals and Chiefs fan. I try to make it up to a couple of games up there every year. Sometimes I don't get to make both of them, but I usually try to make one of each if I can. I've currently been teaching for about 10 years. I've spent the last 9 of those at Allison Traditional Magnet Middle School in Wichita. I have a Bachelor of Arts in Sports Administration and a Master of Arts in Teaching. And I'm working on getting my certification in educational leadership, like many of you are. As I was looking at some of the stuff for Mays Middle School, they really talked to us about reading through the bargaining agreement at the beginning of the year, just so we kind of had an understanding of what they expected out of their teachers and things like that. Nothing major, just to basically touch and go. We did spend quite a bit of time on special education, like a lot of schools do. We talked about our 504s and paras and IEPs, and just what the law is in determining and making sure that all kids are basically provided with all the needs that they have. We also talked about mandatory reporting as far as abuse goes. That seems like that's a big subject at every school district that you go to, no matter what. How it's whoever hears from it, that's their responsibility. We also talked about, which is a little bit different than everybody else's video I've watched, is school safety. I know that you don't think about that one, but as much as it's come up lately, it's kind of important. And just to know that you're not held liable as a teacher based on your actions in the event of an intruder or things like that. It basically is up to you as a teacher, and you do as you please, and you can't be held liable for anything like that. So I thought that was very interesting. We also talk about dress code violations, and that's another big one that people don't think a lot of, but we talked about how if it's a female student with a dress code violation or a male student, that it's imperative that the same-sex teacher also addresses that issue with that student, just so that nobody gets into trouble. Myself, personally, I do not know a lot about law. I have taken a couple courses in sport law and business law, but I kind of try to avoid law. It doesn't interest me very much, so I think I don't spend a lot of time on it. But I do know that it's important that you at least have a basic understanding of what's going on. About the only thing I do know a little bit about as far as school law goes is student search and locker searches, due to what we've had to talk about in a couple of other courses that I've taken this past year. So I don't know a lot, but I do know some. My personal plan for improvement is to just ask. I mean, that's the best way that we learn about a lot of things. Ask, especially if you get into a situation. Now, there are some things, obviously, it's good to know about beforehand, but like we've said, just because you're starting this course and going down this path to administration doesn't mean you have to know everything. Some of the best things we can do is look up research on cases, take this class, ask special education teachers. I think they're a really big resource for us that we don't really think about, but they definitely know a lot of the laws regarding special ed students. And just keep learning. Just have that idea that you're going to go into this not knowing everything. So it's up to you if you want to get better at it, just like everything else in life, just to keep going at it. The standards that I talked about and addressed as I was looking at this were ISTE 3A, which is devoting time and resources to professional growth and technology. I've never made a video like this, so that was interesting. And PSEL 5B, create and sustain an environment in which each student is known, valued, respected, and cared for, and to be a responsible member of the school community. Obviously, that's kind of what this is all about, student safety. And everything in education is about the students. So that's kind of the standard that was most looked at. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it, and look forward to getting to know you.